You're going to see a lot of water in my paintings. I'm absolutely fascinated with what is reflected on the surface of water. And I think part of the reason for that is that it's absolute total chaos. And at the same time, it follows the rules of mathematics. It's as predictable as any science could possibly be. Absolutely everything you see on water is there for a reason. And it's incredibly complex and yet is incredibly simple. And of course you can work from photographs to paint water, but it's not quite the same as actually looking at the water and capturing your impression of water. Water allows me, this is the thing about water. Coming from an abstract expressionist background, one thing I really, really enjoyed was the incredible freedom of just taking a big, huge, thick brush full of paint and splashing it on the canvas. Well, if you want to paint water, you kind of have to paint that way, or it's just going to come up stilted. Like I say, you could work from photos and it's going to look like you work from photos. It's going to be stilted. Or you can get out your big brush and just load it full of paint and just take it and just splash it around and put squiggles in there. And the thing about it is they have to follow a rhythmic pattern though. So there's the structure that you have to follow. So it's incredible spontaneity at the same time it's structured spontaneity. And to me, that's just like the best of both worlds. I'm kind of a geeky guy. I like science. I like science and I like art. Like I subscribe to science magazines and art magazines. And where the two meet, that's where, for me, the real crux of it is. Choosing locations is not an easy thing to do. You have to look for them. I spend a lot of time just out and about thinking, this would be a nice place to paint, and trying to pick the time of day when it's a good time to paint in this particular location. And you get there and the light isn't right, nothing is the way it was the first time you were out there, so you end up rethinking the whole composition, the design of the painting. Every element of it has to change to adjust to the changing circumstances. And sometimes you just luck out and you just walk on to a location and it's just obvious as the nose on your face. I need to paint this, it just moves me. Once you've gotten the location chosen, you have in most cases, you're not going to have a lot of time to capture what is in front of you. And so I start with a line drawing on the canvas, and I usually work fairly small when I'm on location. And the line drawing just gives me an outline of where everything is, and the next thing I need to know is where all the shadows are, because those are going to move very fast, actually within minutes. And I establish where the shadows are, I put in the shadows first, and I work from there.